Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is one I've been meaning to share for a while now, because if you're a young adult that's growing, that is navigating their life, trying to figure out how life is going for you in terms of friendships, in terms of faith, in terms of finances, and just your future in general, you're not alone. Like, I have been on that journey for a while now, and even up to now I am still learning. You are not alone. Just know that I am also walking that road where I'm trying to figure out life, because nobody has it all figured out. We are all trying our best. Even people who are in their 40s, they are still learning, although there are times where people say it's late, but guess what, it's never too late to start. So let's talk about it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is just navigating friendships and the let them theory. The let them theory came from Mel Robbins' book, which I stumbled on, and I just had to read it online from my online library. Let's talk about it. So what I'm going to say is friendships in your 20s can feel very confusing because people drift, priorities shift, and sometimes you're left like, oh, okay, what just happened? So that is where Mel Robbins' theory comes in. As we're growing and in our friendships, they come and go. Some people can come into your life during a particular season you're in, and you may not understand why they must have left for some reason, one reason or the other. You might have even been ghosted in such a way that you don't even know what you did, but somebody's just like gone. But maybe let's say the person has really just drifted, maybe because it's a change in priorities. They probably have gotten to motherhood, they probably have, left the country or gone to another place, and then you're left there like, okay, now, where do I start? But you know what, as long as the energy, because the energy, sometimes you have to reciprocate this energy. If the person cares about you, you care about them back. But sometimes you tend to feel one-sided, especially when the friendship is one-sided. You're like, okay, I don't want to put my energy in this, so just let people be them. So let's say one of your friends is now doing like a birthday party and they don't invite you, or maybe your friend that you always used to check up on doesn't check up on you. Just let them, because we're all going through things. Like, we're all dealing with a lot. If somebody doesn't invite you, if they don't support you, if they don't show up, let them, because it's not your job to chase after people, to fix what they are going through. No, it's not your job. And you have to understand that it's not your job to control others. No, you can only control you. There's this circle of control thing. I think it's on, you can just Google it, circle of control. And there are things we have in our own control. Other people cannot control how we're going to tell them to act. No, you can only control what you can control, right? All things that affect you, you can control that one. Your behavior towards that thing, because at the end of the day, you have to understand that your job is to show up for yourself. And then you then realize that when you stop trying to manage everybody, you just free up energy for yourself to grow, to heal, to attract the right people. Yeah, because honestly, that's one of the hardest things I had to learn, because I was the kind of person that I always needed friends around me. I always needed to have that one person to talk to, and I'll always be like, oh my god, this person is not talking to me. I'll be worried. I'll be like, thinking about it so much. Meanwhile, I could have channeled that energy to my own self, to grow, to heal, to just move on. Okay, so I have learned that, and you have to learn that for yourself, because you have to look out for you. Nobody's gonna look out for you apart from Jesus, apart from God. That's also because I used to be the kind of person that I used to think friendship breakups were not real. I couldn't just accept that they were real. I'll just be like, oh my god, why would this person do this? Why would this person do that? See, let me tell you, human beings are called human beings because they human beings as PM will say, Pastor Mitchell is going to say, they will make mistakes, they will hurt you, because guess what, the person who created these people, that's God, right? He already said, he told us that the heart of man is somehow. Okay, so just be ready and just prepare your own self. Those things hurt. We can't even deny the fact that they hurt when people just ghost us, or when they just treat us a certain way that we don't. Those things hurt, and I just had to accept that not all connections are meant to last forever. And that doesn't mean that those connections were not meaningful at the time. It just means that we are all evolving and just have to move on and realize that, you know what, time, people are growing, a lot is going on for other people. It's not just about you, right? And they might be also dealing with their own stuff. You never know. So it doesn't mean that those connections were not meaningful. It just means that we're all transitioning, we're all evolving and discovering what our purposes are, okay? Just let people be who they are and just let them be, so that you can also become who you want to be. Okay? So the second thing I'm going to talk about is learning boundaries. Boundaries is something that I am still learning. I am still on that journey of, you know, understanding what boundaries, how certain boundaries can be. And mind you, boundaries are not walls. They are not walls that you should build. A boundary is not supposed to be something that's going to, you know, just block out people from you. No, it's just about, you know, asserting how you want people to treat you, because you're not going to take something less. You want, it's a way you want to be treated, so that you have to lay a boundary so that people can accept that this is who you are and treat you for who you are. Okay, so the book Dr. Cloud Townsend, that book changed the game for me. He also has a book on boundaries on marriage, if you want to also learn about boundaries on marriage and just boundaries in general with everyone, right? So that book, you can get it online. Some public libraries, if you go there, sometimes you find it. Okay, I just have an online app where I just read a lot on all this stuff, because girl, I'm saying girl because I'm like, I've been talking to myself a lot lately. So yeah, that's why I'll just be like, girl, we can't do that, we're not gonna let that happen. So yeah, that book changed it for me. It just taught me that saying no doesn't mean you're selfish. No, you're just putting you first. And there's nothing wrong with putting you first, you know. And I don't mean it in the kind of way that is like, well, I don't care about others. No, but you know, making choices at the time that's okay for you, because you can love people and you can still tell them, no, I'm not available for that. Or you can just say, I am not able to do this in this moment. How about if I get to it later? And that's if you have time to make, if you have enough time to do that thing later as well. Okay, and it's okay, it's definitely okay to say it without feeling guilty. If you're like me, where I'll say I was a people pleaser, I'll not lie. Yeah, I just want to be upfront here, because I used to be a people pleaser, but now I am understanding that no, it's fine to say you don't want to do this, you don't want to go to this place. Don't say you don't want to go there to yourself, and then when the person comes in front of you, you cannot even tell them no, because you feel guilty about it. But think about your own self, because self-care is something that we ought to give to ourselves. Like, no, I just want to, even if you don't want to do anything, no, you can say, I don't want to do it. Nobody will kill you. Nobody's going to come and put a knife on your head and say, you don't want to do it, you don't want to. No. So don't guilt trip yourself into thinking, oh my God, they're going to feel bad. No, it's okay. And they should be, if the person you're telling that boundary to doesn't understand that that is what you need at that point, that's on them. It's not on you. As long as you've communicated to the person, oh, I can't do this in this time. And you don't have to over explain. You can't do it. You can't do it. Okay? Yeah, so it's fine. You can still be kind and just protect your peace. That is what it's about. Protect your inner peace. You need it. And you can also be generous and have limits. You can still say, okay, I'll lend you this money to your friend if you have been lending every time, because some people, you give them money today, tomorrow, but at some point you can have a limit and say, no, I can't do it at this time. I can't help you at this time because I have my own things too. And it's okay. If they can't understand that, boy bye or girl bye, it's not your business. It's not your business. So you gotta stand on business, girl. So boundaries just help to define what you want, and the truth is that once you start setting those boundaries, you will feel the way you feel lighter, you will feel even better, you will feel more in control of your life, you will feel more like, yes, I got this. Okay? And without disrespecting anybody, communicate your boundaries. Say what you don't want. For example, if somebody comes and tell you you're sleepy, or let's say you've come from work, you promised a friend that, oh, you wanted to go with them. Sometimes we tend to feel guilty, like, oh, I don't, you come back from work and you're tired. The truth is that you are tired. So what do you want to do? Do you still want to go for that event? But then guess what? Who's going to feel the effects after you? But if you communicate to your friend that, oh, let's say, for example, her name is Jane. Hi, Jane. I'm sorry I can't make it again to this event. I thought I'll be able to, but today I feel so tired and I need to rest. Shake it now. Finish. Oh, if Jane is angry, don't worry, she'll be okay. She'll come around after. If she's truly your friend, she'll come around after. At the end of the day, you just need to talk it out. That's what I want us to just need to talk it out, and we learn to say the hard things in a nice way. So learn to say hard things nicely. That's how they put it. I saw it somewhere on, I don't know where I saw it. This was on Instagram. I think it's Instagram. It should be Instagram because my page is only mostly things that will just be improving improving me. Yeah, because sometimes it's hard to say some things. It's hard to communicate something. They're just hard because the situation might be a bit dicey. I don't know how to handle it. So it might be a hard conversation. And it's okay to say, I know this is hard for me to say, but but then you say it. Let them know that thing was hard to say. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay? Yeah. Now, the third thing, let's talk about money. So, guys, as you're growing up, learn to invest. Save your money and invest it. Let me give you a backstory. Backstory to when I was in University of Regina, and I was earning money. I took my first job, cleaning toilets, and there's nothing wrong with it too. But now, if it's to go and do it again, I'll probably like, no, I can still do it, okay, but I'm not in that stage. I've passed that season, so let me not be going backwards in life. We want to go ahead. So I was like, I was saving. I thought I was saving. I want to say I thought I was saving because when I looked out at what was in my account, I was like, where did all the money go? So I couldn't really see where the money was going. And then one day, I don't know, you guys know Amaka on my channel. I think, yes, you guys should know Amaka on my channel. One day, we're doing the same job. And for some reason, Amaka was trying to do something with her phone. She was trying to transfer some money. And I don't even know what made me. I just said, oh, let me see. And then I saw like an amount of money. And I was like, Amaka, how did you get to save this money? Hey God, I was like, Jesus, in my life, what have I been doing on my own? Do you understand? But it was about the fact that she was able to save that money that she was earning at the time. She was not the kind of person that she would just spend anyhow. She would prioritize. That was the thing. So that day I saw Amaka's account, I was like, hey, something must change. Something you're doing that is not correct. I went back and then I just said, you know what? No more buying of clothes anyhow. No more. Save your money. And that's I started saving my money. I was still paying tuition, so then I was saving for the tuition so that I'll have money to pay for the tuition, right? So that's how I was able to even do it and be able to save money. It cut down my expenses. I wasn't just buying clothes and all that, just cutting down expenses in general. And then that just changed it for me, because there are only two things. Sometimes the economy is what it is. You can't really help it. So it's either you increase your income or you reduce your expenses. Those are the two options that we have. We don't have we have control over. We can't control how the prices are going to go tomorrow. We can't. We don't have control over that, right? So that was what I did, and I was like, yeah. Now something is working. So you guys, when you're in and the earlier the better. Not if you're in your 20s, early 20s, in fact, or even like young adults as an 18 and above, start now. There's no tomorrow. Start now. That's what I'm going to tell you, okay? As a big sister, from me to you, start now, because guess what? If you start saving, even if it's like $200, guess how much it's going to turn out. And it depends on where you are saving to matters. If you're saving in the bank, the interest rate is very tiny, 0.009, 0.999, or they'll give you 1% interest. But some places that you can save, you can get like 4%, right? Like, well, simple. If for the ones that I know and I've used, like, I still save money in the bank, don't get me wrong, but like because I've used it for a long time. Since I came to Canada, I've had that bank account for a long time. So sometimes they increase the rates, but it's not that great. So I just moved the money to like an investment place, right? So you can just invest your money. You can start small and be consistent. That's the thing about when you're saving in like stocks and all those kind of things. So you just have to be consistent. Don't go tomorrow and go and remove the money. Don't go and do that. Just let the money grow. And when you're investing in all those stocks, it's like the highs and lows, but guess what? They balance out over time because of dollar cost averaging, right? So that's just the truth about it. And yeah, so just invest your money. So if you don't know about investing, just learn about it. Go on Google, do your research, ask people questions if you have no idea where to start from. We have AI, this, type it there. I want to invest. How can I invest? How much do I need to start with? You can start with even $10, $20, even every week, or even $50 in a month. If you're back home in countries like in Africa or something, there are also options that you can save. And some of these accounts, you just have to, you can open them online. Like there's Tangerine is an online account or something like that. All those things, do your research on it, okay? So don't buy to impress people. Don't buy to impress people. Now there's pressure on social media. People are coming, hey, Gucci, I'm wearing Gucci, this is LV, this is that. See, you can still go and buy on Shein and look sharp based on the season of your life, the season you are, right, at the time. You can be in a season where you don't have a job that is paying you that much. It doesn't mean that you go and now spend all the money, small money that you have. No, you can't do that. You have to just prioritize. Priorities. Check what you need, and then you can treat yourself with a want. Maybe like once in 5 months, if you need to save the money for the remaining for those 4 past months. So yeah, that's what you need to do. Okay, remember your financial future matters a lot. So the time is now. Build it with intention. Be intentional about how you're building your finances, right, as you're growing into your adult years. So the 4th thing is that you should have to learn to improve yourself. You have to keep learning and improving. Nobody has it, like I said in the beginning, nobody has it figured out. I am still learning. There are times where I go and I ask myself, how can I be better in this? How can I talk to people nicely? How can I, like, if you want to just be better, you have to learn. Keep learning. Nobody's going to kill you for, I don't know this. Anybody who laughs at you because you don't know something, man, that's their business, because it's about you. Okay, so keep learning. Read books, take courses, ask questions. If you don't understand, if you find yourself in a place where people are talking about stuff that you don't know, don't be ashamed to ask. Just pop in there and say, can you explain this? Or what does this mean? Sorry, this is stain on my shirt because I was eating my cherries, right? I'll say cherries and carrots. Yeah. So there's a point in your life where you just want to learn. So just read books, ask questions, because your 20s are for when you're in your 20s, you're planting those seeds that you're going to reap at the end, right? So plant now and the harvest will come later. Don't rush the process. Just keep watering your growth. Water it, because the grass is really green where you water it. Don't look at another person and say, hey, this person, see their life, and then you now go and you're feeling depressed. That people have it, people's things are moving, your own is not moving. It doesn't happen that way. The grass is green where you water it. Where you're putting your energy, that's what you get from it. Okay, I just want you to have that at the back of your mind. People's lives are not better. If you're online thinking that people's lives are better, I will tell you for a fact, no, we are all struggling in our own ways. But you have to stand up. Don't sit down and cover your head with the spirit of heaviness on you. That's how the Bible calls depression. If you don't know, depression is called the spirit of heaviness, right? So you just go inside, lock yourself up, and then you'll be scrolling online, and you're like, wow, this person's life is is good because they have posted one picture. My sister, don't do it to yourself. My brother, don't do it to yourself. Just go figure your own life out. Put your energy where you want to see it go. Okay. No. The fifth thing, we'll talk about kindness. Let's learn to be kind. A lot of these days, people are not kind. And if you're watching me, I'm one of those people that is go online and be insulting people in the comment section. There's somebody who post something. You will now look for that negative thing to criticize. You now say, oh, see this person's leg. Why is your this thing? You will be questioning their work and see. If you don't like it, scroll and pass. Just jump and pass. That's all you need to do. In a world that is loud, competitive, people are harsh. Honestly, we just have to learn to be kind, extend kindness to people. That's the little you can do. When you see strangers, you can smile at them. I know in where I am, where in Canada, we often say that Canadians, sometimes or Igbo people will just be smiling at you. When they see you, they have this smiling. They just do like. But at least they're smiling at you, right? Even if you're faking it, but sometimes they're strangers, you don't know them, you smile and pass. They don't need to be friendly with you, because it's not like, what do you want? They should come and be saying, oh, hi, how are you? No, you never, you don't know them, but they're just being nice, right? When they just smile. So you just need to extend kindness to people. Say thank you when you need to, when you have to. When you have to, if somebody does something, say thank you, thank them. It means a lot. Forgive people easily, forgive quickly, let go. Stop hoarding things and bearing grudges and tying people in your heart, and then you'll be walking around and saying that you're a Christian. Don't do that. Forgive quickly. I'm saying this, I am also part of it though. It's not like I'm perfect. I'm part of it. Forgive people quickly. Forgiveness is for you, and once you start practicing it, it becomes easy, right? Because you if you forgive them, you let it go, you just move on with your life. The thing might hurt, but with time it goes. Okay, speak life into others. Tell people the good they're doing. I'll give you an example. We had someone, like a client at my workplace. This person was so nice. Like, even when the person comes to you to request anything, they are so polite. They are so I was like, hey, you know what? I have to tell this person no, because it pays to just be kind. It's just nice. When you even feel good about it. So the guy was telling the lady that was at the front and telling her that, oh my God, I'm done with what I came to do. Thank you so much for your service. It was you really were good to me. I just appreciate it. And I had to tell this guy, oh my God, you're so kind. Even the way you requested for things, even the way I had to stand up like this when I heard the person talking, I was like, I need to say it, because. And it was not just a one-time thing. I noticed that that's how this guy had been. Anytime he comes, he's always like this. He's always nice. And sometimes you can have some crazy people that come to you and you're wondering like, hey, Jesus, if I answer you now, if I tell you what's in my mind, I'll not even. But you see, it was just nice to just let him know. Tell people all these things when they're alive, not when they'll die. That's when you will now go and say, and they were like this, or they were like, no, let them hear it. It's important that they should hear it so that they'll know and they will continue to be better, right? Because if you don't tell them, then they don't know. Maybe they'll not go and change, or they'll now, go and mix with people that their head is not correct. The head is not correct. So it's just a good thing. It pays to be kind, honestly. And as Christians, for those of you who are watching who are Christians, it's just good to do it, practice it. So now the sixth thing we're going to talk about, if you're like studying abroad or planning to move just for a better future, because a lot of these days, this day and age, it's hard to speak about things and not. I like to think of people who are back home where the situation is not really getting better in some of our African countries, like where I come from. It's not really better for us. So you guys know we have a president that is 92 years and he still wants to stand for an election. This man cannot even think on his own. How does that person want to rule the country? How does that country get better? It doesn't help. So I always think I have them in mind. The same way I hear even my Nigerian family, because me, I'm Nigerian. Let me not say, as you know, my husband is Nigerian. So we also think of that, right? Because we're thinking of the population, the youthful population back home. Like, how are they doing? Like, what's the way out? Let's say, for example, if you're in that. If you're back home and you also want to study abroad, I would say if you have good grades, search for scholarships. Don't only wait until you have money. you want to go and have all the money, like you don't need to. You can just apply for scholarships, and you might be lucky to get something that is paid fully. Even if it's partially paid, it's still something. Then you can hustle for the remaining money. But don't just sit down. Don't just sit. Come out, do something. Just do something. If you want to study abroad, I know that things have changed in Canada. I know things have changed. Immigration has slowed down, but there are other countries. It doesn't have to only be Canada. It can still be somewhere. Then you can transfer to Canada, or you can move from that country to Canada once you've had experience outside. Like, you just need to position yourself in such a way that while you're searching for opportunities to move abroad, if that's your plan, if that's in your plan, it's okay. If you don't want to move abroad, it's still okay. You don't have to. But I'm just saying, based on the fact that, based on thinking of the youthful population back home, if what's the way out, they can start a business, they can do content creation. There's space for everybody. Some people come and say, oh, everybody's already doing this. See, there's enough space for everybody. That's not what you're doing. You can be doing the same thing with another person, but your delivery is different. And this is something I had to learn, because a lot of people come and tell me, oh, Raisa, continue your content on immigration, on schools in Canada. And I'll tell you that, oh, everybody's already doing it. But one of my friends just told me, see, there's enough for everybody. There's plenty. It is like, you see this earth, there's enough for everybody. It can go around. It's not small. So just bear that in mind. If you want to just start it well. If you're back home and you want to do something, dive into any business, just start it and start well, and have a plan, because you cannot be doing something without a plan. I'm talking as if I don't want people to think that I have it all figured out. I'm just sharing some of the things that I know, and I'm just passing it on as to help you, right? The young upcoming generation as well. We are all upcoming, so just for you to know that there is room for everybody. You just need to stand out in your own way, right? And you should be okay. So that's my point. Yes, I know Canada has reduced the number of newcomers that they have been taking, just because, yes, they want to focus on their own country. You can't blame them. It's their country, and they need to also, for those who have already come in, they need to accommodate for those people. They need to make sure there's enough for the population. So we can't really fault them on that. So, but what do you do about you? It doesn't mean they're not accepting people. They are still accepting people. Then it could be a scholarship. It could be a program, like an intern thing that you found somewhere. It could be anything, as long as it's something that can help you get your foot at the door, because that's all you need. Once your foot is at the door, there's a chance that both feet can cross. Yes, and when you want to do it, apply early. If you have a goal, you can start now. If you're aiming for 2028, start now, so that you have time, right, to plan and to prepare the way you need to. Get your documents ready. I know we have a lot for us to get documents on back home. But when you're there, just start it. And even for those who are here and they're looking for opportunities to keep growing, just keep at it. Okay, so just look into programs that are offering things, especially for immigrants. Look into all those immigration pathways. Look into them. Do research. Go online. Nobody will come and do research for you. If you want to pay a lawyer, if you have money for a lawyer, pay for a lawyer. I have a lawyer. If you need a lawyer, you can contact me. But just send me an email, and then I'll link you up with a lawyer. Okay. So yeah, just do that, and I think that once you have a plan, you should be able to get to your goal. So remember, moving abroad is a big step, but it's not the only way to success. You don't have to only move abroad to be successful. No, your journey is valid wherever it leads. Your journey is still valid. It doesn't have to be. It must not be abroad. Here too. I'm not saying it must be abroad. The 7th, I think it's the 7th. Hold on, I have my notes. So I have my notes I'm looking at. The 7th and the final tip. This talk is going to it will not make sense if I don't talk about the person who made all these things, who created the whole world, who created all the opportunities for us, who created everything. So the last thing I'm going to say is, putting everything in God's hands. Your faith and with God, everything is possible. So that's the last thing we to talk about, and I'll just keep it short and simple, just because I don't want this video to be too long. And trusting all of these things into God's hands, trusting his plan for you, because his plan is in the word. So you just need to go to the word and look at what God's plan is in there for you, right? Because you can have all these things in your head, but the person that's going to make you to achieve those plans is God. You can have it, but once you put it, when you open that Bible, you see your name there, because he said that what your face is tattooed here in the palm of his hands. Abby? So you have to go there and search it and see where your name is written. See where he has written your name. Your name is Emeka. Oh yeah, Emeka, go and check and see what did God say. He said, I know the plan I have for you. Plans of good, a lot of evil. Go there. That's what he has said about you. Then you take it from there now, and then you stay there and pray. And I say, pray. It's the way that you'll be praying, and then you'll not be feeling yourself. I beg you, let me not feel myself. But I'm just trying to tell you that, God is the ultimate, right? So just be curious about your faith. I'm still on this journey. I've said it throughout this video. I'm still on this journey of faith. I'm just still discovering my own purpose and trying to entrust in God and standing on the word, being rooted in scripture and knowing that, my faith is not shaken. I am anchored on the word and I will not be shaken by nothing. Things will come. Nobody's saying that will not come. The Bible doesn't say that things will not come. No, mountains will come, but guess what? You will push the mountain. You will tell that mountain and go. I am going to this place. So shift from my way. Don't stand there. Get out of the way. Okay? So you can only fight it with the weapon that he gave us. So God will help us, okay? Because me, as I'm doing my own, God is helping me, and I'm seeing it. That's what I'm telling you. I'm seeing that God is really helping. He's working on me. I'm getting better at it. It's because I feel like you cannot do this life without God. You cannot do. You cannot do this life without God. You know the work. No. Some of us, when we look back, we'll not be telling ourselves, God, that time, before we got here, you don't know how people pray. Everybody there, all of you people that watch me now, so before you're traveling abroad, you surely pray, you're there, you have prayed over your life, over your destiny. Maybe you have come now, the cares of this world, the cares of Canada, walk life, walk. Me, I'm in that group chat. I am there, I'm in that WhatsApp group. I'll walk, but at the end of the day, we're chasing money. It's not God that gave you the money. Now God now. Proverbs 10:22. He's the one, Nabi, that gave us the money. He's the one that brings the wealth, and that is a blessing that comes from it. So we just tend to focus on what's the cares of this world, and we forget God. But no, I just want to bring us back. Let us go back to our first love. Let us go back to him and then trust all these things, and we trust that God is going to help you to get to that place. Okay, so this is just a reminder. Just know that you're not weak. We go and we backslide, but when you backslide, what do? Do you remain there? You get up and you go again, right? So that's how it works. So just lean on God, yield to him, and if you're struggling, just ask him to help you. He will help you. So because there's grace, so he extends grace to all of us. Even myself, you get up and just say, God, thank you for your grace. So because we are undeserving. We are so undeserving of it, but he gives it to us. He gives us grace. So we just have to just know that even if you're struggling, God is going to give you. He's going to give you the strength that you need to push. And you have to also push yourself up, because he will abandon you. If you abandon him, he will abandon you. He will also stay there. But he's just waiting for you to just come and say, and say, oh, this is my child. If I told you now, come to me. Why are you not listening? Come, let me help your life. So just have that. So just have it at the back of your mind that despite everything, you have God. God is also in you. God is part of your plan. In fact, he's inside you. He is. So that's everything, you guys, I wanted to share with you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it, and let me know which areas you're struggling with. Let me just let's just talk about it in the comment section and just help one another. Somebody might be going through. There's nobody that's not gone through that thing you're going through. Let me just tell you now. Somebody is also going through the same thing they are going through. So let's share. You must not explain in detail, but you say, hey, you can just pick one point and just say, God, I'm trusting for this one. So let's just share it in the comment section. At the end of the day, everybody's timeline is different. Don't compare, don't rush, don't panic. Focus on your dreams, focus on your goal, and trust your own process. just know that you're not behind, you're just becoming your best version of yourself. So I'm cheering you on. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and stay grounded. Bye now.